Today we're going to be talking about static postural assessments. A static postural assessment is an easy, non-invasive way for you to assess your client's muscular balance. There are 5 areas of the body that we check, and each place has specific markers that give us insight about what muscles might be tight or weak. In this video, we will be discussing what we are looking for at each of these areas and what that might be telling us about the muscular balance of our client. Let's start from the ground and work our way up. The first area that we want to take a look at is the ankles. At the ankle, we are looking for excessive pronation or supination. The reason that assessing deviations at the ankle is so important is due to the fact that any deviation in the ankle can lead to deviations in the knees, hips, and even the back. The next location we're going to take a look at are the hips. When we are assessing the hips, we are looking for adduction of one of the hips. This will present itself as one side being hiked up or elevated compared to its counterpart. The hip that is elevated is the hip that is adducted. The next area we are looking at is the pelvis. When analyzing the pelvis, you are looking for anterior and posterior pelvic tilts. Pelvic tilts are caused by anterior and posterior muscle forces acting in conjunction. For example, an anterior pelvic tilt may be caused by tightness in the hip flexors as they draw down the anterior portion of the pelvis, while tightness in the erector spinae may be drawing the posterior portion of the pelvis up. Meanwhile, posterior pelvic tilt may be caused by tightness in the rectus abdominis and the hamstrings. Next, we're going to take a look at the shoulders. Shoulder imbalance can display itself in many different ways. These include elevated shoulders, asymmetry to the midline, protraction, internal rotation, kyphosis, and depressed chest. Being able to identify the imbalances in the shoulders is important before having a client perform any overhead pressing motion. Finally, the last section that we're going to look at is the neck. At the neck, we are going to take a look at the head position. Commonly, you will see a forward shift in the head while at rest. Deviations of the head can be caused by everyday living, whether it's working in an office and looking at your computer all day, constantly looking down at your phone, or even driving. Assessing these 5 locations helps you determine whether your client has any pressing postural deviations that need to be addressed. However, there may be further assessments needed in order for you to determine whether there are certain muscles that need to be strengthened or stretched.